I want to get this story right because it's important. This is Garden Homes, the last 100% volunteer department in Cook County. That in itself is a big deal. Cook County is the most populated county in Illinois with more than 5 million residents. When people think Chicago Fire, they imagine something from TV. Sleek, all-black PPE and witty banter. But this is the real Chicago, and it deserves to be protected.
My name's Scott Bloom. I'm the fire chief here at the Garden Homes Fire Protection District. We're in unincorporated Cook County in Illinois. This is our fire station. Kinda-ish.
Garden Homes protects and answers the call of 450 homes in unincorporated ALSIP.
Excuse me, gentlemen. We have the firehouse. We have 2 engines, an ambulance, and a light-duty rescue squad.
They operate out of a station that on the outside looks little more than a garage. But when you look closer, you can see each and every brick that was laid by the community.
It's kind of where all the guys congregate over here. So, as you can see, we don't have much room. This is our bunk room here. It's our bathroom on the other side. Is the bunk room clean, boys? Yeah.
In 1940, the area residents came together to form the fire station after watching a neighbor's home burn to the ground before nearby stations could arrive. Some people say houses have good bones, but when you walk in the station, you can see the good bones are not in the building, but in the foundation of the people holding it up with sheer might.
So we literally have a couple bunk beds in here. This used to be our communications radio room, but all the members wanted to have somewhere to sleep other than the couch. So this is what they made. I like how they painted the paneling, that really, and then they have a shark. That's my favorite.
Garden Homes Volunteer Fire Department faces many adversaries. More calls every year, rising costs of fire equipment, and some would say a generation of people who have forgotten what community really is.
Yeah, then if you think really small, this is our singular bathroom. This is our only bathroom we have.
We live in an era where donating from your wallet is easier than donating your time. Except now times are tough and a new fire truck costs $1 million.
The lapse of luxury.
How much space do you have between the truck and the wall right here?
18 inches.
18.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big 18.
Yeah.
In the 40s, starting a fire station for your community was common sense. Now, the fire service is somewhat taken for granted, always there when you need it.
Yeah, it depends on who's driving it. I parked it last, so obviously we don't have a ton of room here. About 2 feet between these. So we can't actually, guys can't get dressed to get on the engine. We have to pull the engine out first. Then the guys can get in. It slows us down a little, but we manage. So then on this side, this is our kind of our main drag to get to the back of the firehouse. This is where there's the most room, depending on who's driving. But that's our most room. Then for all the guys to get to their gear, we gotta slide through here. You can see this is very tight over here as well. Who's back there, Heather? Hi, Heather. So the people who are in the back, they have the hardest time, but new guys go in the back.
When he started, Chief Bloom was the crew member that lived farthest from the station. Now he's one of the closest. Instead of being staffed by the community is protected by firefighters who commute from miles away to a volunteer position. Chief Bloom swears by his community, always hesitant to bring up referendums to increase his budget because they're his people, and he knows what most do, that everyone in the area is trying to get by.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of positive feedback from the community. It's more or less trying to supplement funding because we don't want to go for a referendum or taxes or something like that that's going to impact anybody. Everybody's pretty squeezed tight now. We don't want to do that. So, but they always supplement. They send us food. They take care of us. We try and take care of them, whatever they need. We do Santa around Christmas time. We do trunk or treats. We do baseball games. They come out to everything. So we're really lucky to have them. So the officers' gear are on the back wall here. so they don't have to fight the other guys. So if you come through this way.
Budget constraints are a very real part of daily life here. How do you choose between air masks and parts to keep the trucks running? They've been running 25-year-old expired masks.
This is our day room. This is the only area we have for everybody to hang out. It's kind of nice. All the members put this together themselves. Lieutenant Abercrombie was telling you earlier, there used to be another bathroom. There was a wall here. TV keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. I'm like, you guys are gonna go blind in here. But we just got an adult fridge. We used to have a little fridge here, but now we have an adult fridge, so we're kind of a big deal. They have a hot plate, they have a griddle over here, and then they have a grill in the back they use. Here, we cook everything on the grill, so it's usually steaks and burgers, sometimes brats, but mostly burgers.
Their PPE is cleaned on a timetable because it's likely it's their only set. They clean it in a regular washer and dryer because that's what's available. They say it with a smile. There's no bitterness, even though nearby stations in incorporated Cook County likely have budgets that are 10 times their own. It's hard to describe the way that the people of Garden Homes VFD make you feel, but it's a little bit like coming home or returning to a place you'd lost.
My name is Chris Perry. I'm the assistant chief here at Garden Homes. About 8-ish years ago, about 7-8 years ago, we responded for a call for an injured child. Myself coming from home, and one of the guys who used to live nearby, who's passed away now. We jumped in the ambulance and we went to the house and we found a child that had a broken arm. And we're talking to him and family and everything else. Everybody's obviously freaking out. You know, it's very obvious that it's broken. Calm down, everything else, and we bring the ambulance, and I'm like, hey, you know, trying to cheer him up and everything. Once you're done at the hospital, come over on Tuesday and come see the rest of the fire engines and everything else. Really? I'm like, yeah. Absolutely, buddy, no problem at all. And so, sure they did. They came right over on Tuesday, saw everything, absolutely wonderful. They would come up all the time, they'd visit us, they'd come and bring snacks, cookies, whatever. They worked very hard to go through the DCFS and everything else to get him officially adopted. They had him since a few months after he was born. Shortly after he was adopted, it was January, right around my birthday. And they go like, hey, you know, Sean has a present for you. He wants to go and give it. Are you at the firehouse? Absolutely. Yeah, come on up. I'm right here. So I'm a big Dunkin' Donuts person, and you know, I always have my coffee with me. And so they got me a reusable Dunkin' Donuts cup, and they're like, oh, open it up and everything. I'm like, okay, sure. So I unscrew it and everything else, and I open it up, and then there is a little card with a picture of him, and says, as sweet as can be, will you be a godfather for me? And I just melted. I lost it. I'm hugging them both and everything else, and they are absolutely a part of my family. You know, they've been to, you know, my daughter's birthday parties. They've been to other family functions of mine. You know, I go to everything of theirs. My wife, they absolutely call, you know, I've been Uncle Chris to them for, you know, for eons. Same thing with my wife, you know. And our daughter, they absolutely love our little daughter, and we absolutely love them. And, you know, but a chance encounter, you know, broke his arm, and I said, hey, come visit the firehouse one day. That's it, you know, and I gained a whole second, you know, another family.
There are bits of charm throughout the station, totems and souvenirs from fires long ago. The stories are what hold this ship together. There's nothing forced, unless of course you count the fire truck as it shimmies back into the station after a call.
I always tell everybody, our engineers, if you can drive here, you can drive anywhere. But, you know, I mean, you really learn how to pay attention to your mirrors and your spotter. Yeah. Believe it or not, I put a mark on it.
Oh, okay.
two weeks ago. Yeah, I know, but it was funny because you think it would be down low. I actually nicked the corner up here with this. You see how? Yeah, see it right there, where it's.
Oh,
yeah. Guy was backing me up. He was on that side, and he's like, "Hold on." It's like doing the Austin Powers 37-point turn, yes. But we get it in there.
Their attention to cleanliness shows their pride in their station, no matter how cramped. Each crew member is a character. There's a Farva and a Benson Boone look-alike who'd just cut his hair. They have a nurse, a mechanic, full-time firefighters, local recruits, and even a nationally recognized cardiac surgeon who reports to the station. Firefighters return from all over the nation after getting their start here just to take a shift, or share some time in the training room with the newest members. Multiple stations chiefs in the area can call Garden Homes their start.
I tell everybody one of the big things here is like when I started here, people took me under their wing, you know, and that was always my thing with everybody that came after me. Well, somebody taught me, I'm going to push it on to you, you know, leave the place better than you found it.
Absolutely.
That's always been my big thing. And when I started here, everybody looked like me. Everybody was a white Irish kid from the south side. You know, I mean, that has changed so drastically over the years. You know, we have everybody here and we don't care. Don't care. You know, I mean,
Put the hose away, then you're fine.
if you can do the job, that's great.
It feels a bit like AAA baseball. Garden Homes is an incubator for greatness, for tradition kept, all the best things with no room for the rest. The fire service is growing and stretching in ways that are simultaneously necessary and somehow leave something to be desired. In the militaristic approach to the firehouse, modern firefighting might be losing something. Garden Homes demolished their women's bathroom in exchange for space to make a day room. Their solitary bathroom is now gender neutral. It's said offhand, acknowledging a space within the fire service that has needed change. And yet, in preserving their traditions, Garden Homes has changed and grown along with the rest of the service, even as they kept their own unique strength. Their mascot is a fine example of this. The mascot is a penguin. The chief jokes that while most stations have a Tasmanian devil or some other beast, they have a penguin.
That was something that started between us and another department years ago. It was kind of a joke over a Christmas decoration penguin, and we used to steal it from firehouse to firehouse, and it just became ours, so it became our mascot.
I left arms laden with patches and wall medallions and another story of good-hearted firehouse shenanigans ringing in my ears. They're not politically correct by any means, but they are the most welcoming station. Midwest hospitality at its finest. And they are the finest, or rather, the bravest. Each night, they serve their community gladly, with pride, and likely a plush penguin on the dash to guide their way. Now that's Chicago Fire.